Question everything, but the truth should not be televised. And that's for sure. So with that, oh man. So now you got Magic Johnson coming out to speak for Kamala Harris, right? My thing is this. What don't we understand as black men, as Aboriginal Negroes of America? Why do we need Magic Johnson to come out? All these tellers, all these celebrities, all these oath takers that Malcolm X warned us about, gestures, coming out to tell us what to do when it comes to our vote. And helping black men understand that. What are you trying to say? That we're not smart enough to understand who to vote for? That's what you're saying, Magic Johnson? Because to help us understand it as if we don't know what we're doing and what our reality is when it comes to dealing with who to vote for is a disrespect in the sense of what it is. Because we ain't having a problem on who to vote for. The problem is who we've been voting for hasn't been doing nothing for our communities. Who we've been going out, putting 10 toes down, boots on ground to be able to vote for under the Democratic Party haven't helped us in the ghetto slums and hoods that we've been forced to be in since we've been voting. The Democratic Party haven't did nothing for us, Magic Johnson. We #1 on the federal census of ethnic hate crimes in America and haven't got a bill passed for protection against hate crimes yet, Magic Johnson. How do that work for us? So that means we're not in. We're so continuously to go along with this get along to go nowhere program is intelligent. Is intelligent. We haven't got a bill passed for reparations, even though we owe for crimes against humanity done to our bloodline. Still to this day. But our tax dollars go out to help everybody else, from foreign affairs to immigrants coming into the country to you name it. But we don't get nothing allocated solely for us. But we've been voting Democratic for a long time, Magic Johnson. We haven't moved economically in 150 years from what the paperwork says through the research from what Dr. Claude Anderson, our beautiful brother, been doing. But yet still, you want to come out and tell us that we're not intelligent enough to know who to vote for? Really? Really? Talking about Trump reneged on the things that he was promising? Well, Kamala ain't never promised nothing. She came in with an iron thumb and a mighty sword and utilized that against our people for years. All throughout San Francisco and California. Literally. Got a track record, a background check that can show what she's been doing for us. Literally, self-destruction, destroying our families and many other different things, separating children from their mothers and so on. This is just the reality. Anybody can look this up. It's the history of what she's done. But I guess we don't supposed to be intelligent enough to know this, right, Magic Johnson? So therefore, we need help on who to vote for from what you say. Go figure. A man with a history of yours dealing with women, right? Because we remember what you said back in the day. But I digress, right? No, we don't need no help. We totally comprehend what is going on. We totally comprehend what is a tether and what is pretty much a sellout. Chucking and jiving and cooning to the bank. For those that won't never ever move a pen to help us economically in our communities from nowhere. Will not allocate resources to our community for nowhere. We haven't seen any type of stores up and down our communities owned by Magic Johnson employing Aboriginal Negroes so that way the black dollar can circulate amongst ourselves in our own communities being spent with ourselves. We haven't seen that, Magic. We haven't seen a coalition of wealthy people that you know that came to help economic growth in our community. But yet still, we're not intelligent enough to know how to vote from what you're saying, Magic, right? We need help to understand. Black men, right? We need help to understand. Go figure, right? Well, this is how these people see us. This is how they think about us. And this is how they speak on us. We are really looked at very disrespectfully in America by this system and by those that took the bag from this system that's supposed to be our people. It's just what it is. And it's sad that we are a nation of our own and we got this many people that's willing to sambo their own people. Literally. Literally. The house to fill. The house to fill, brother. Literally, this is what we're dealing with in our own nation. So many that's willing to betray their own nation, betray their own people for a bag. Low morals. But then turn around and come back and say we don't know what we're doing when it comes to us voting for our best interests. Well, our best interest is reparations. Our best interest is liberation. Listening to these people that supposedly have been the appointed representatives is why we still sitting in ghetto slums and hoods. Listening to these so-called celebrities, like Malcolm X said, who need a gesture to speak on political issues for their nation and their communities and their people. You don't use those type of people in order to speak for you on a political platform under a political tongue. Those are the people who took the bag from the system that keeps you in a position of not getting resources. Those are the ones who took the bag from a system that keeps you in a position from not getting a bill passed for protection against hate crimes, even though you're number one on their list to be hated in this country. Those are the people that took the bag that stops you from getting reparations, like the Black Caucus of California and many others. This is the reality of what we're dealing with when it comes to people that took the bag that are from our nation. They're not for our nation to become a nation of its own through self-empowerment and liberation to your own reality to be a nation. They're not for it. They can't be for it because they signed the dotted line, these contracts, right, Magic? In order to get the wealth that you got, in order to keep your people from having to get wealth, in order to keep your people from being able to get upliftment through resources and economic growth to be able to self-empower themselves in the communities that all y'all came from. Thus, leaving the communities that y'all came from in ghetto slums and hoods in that position still to this day. And that's the reality of it, right, Magic Johnson? So now you come out and you speak as if you know what is our best interest. But there's no Negro leagues anymore. There's no Negro movie theaters and Negro hospitals and Negro community centers and Negro schools and Negro black-owned businesses throughout our community and Negro gas stations and Negro corner stores like it used to be. There's no more Negro anything. We barely got Negro farms. But all y'all dudes are sitting on buku wealth, multi-millionaires. But y'all don't do nothing for your own nation. What kind of people are y'all? Huh? What kind of people are y'all? But y'all want me to put Kamala Harris in the office as the president, but she's the vice president right now and we ain't doing nothing for us being in ghetto slums and hoods. They don't got nothing for us solely for black people, but they got something solely for everybody else. We see in our communities right now how the immigrants are coming up. Right now. Off of state help, federal government help, and United States government help. But where's our help at? Where's our help been? When is the help ever going to come? How long do we got to wait for justice that is owed to us legally by law? Oh, it's the colonizers' law, so they law don't acknowledge law that's supposed to help us. It only acknowledge law that's supposed to oppress us and mass incarcerate us under the new Jim Crow that we are under today. Oh, that's what it is, huh? Well, thank you, Magic, for letting us know where you stand. Because you're just another one of those tethers, another one of those sambos, another one of those gestures that took the bag. And now it's for the agendas against his own people. And we definitely appreciate you because now you stand out. And with that, I just don't get you. I just don't understand you. But that is the question. You let me know. Peace, peace.